All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome. My name is Darkpool Algo, and thank you for joining me on another Monday morning watch list building session. We're going to be using the smart money, dark pool, and block trade algorithm software provided by those traders over at FlowTrade, and we're working on our microphone. I got a new boom this weekend, so hopefully I say the volume is good. If not, I'm going to have to spend a little bit more time trying to get that worked out. I'm going to check in on the chat real quick and say good morning to them. And then check to see who has joined us. Where is the YouTube? YouTube is right. There we go. All right. We'll just check in on these guys. And so, hope everybody's weekend was good. A little bit about me. I am Darkpool Algo. I am a smart money dark pool and block trade algo analyst. I use a software called FlowTrade that you can see right over here. That helps me look for stocks and options that are going to make, or that have a greater than expected chance of making a move to the upside. We're looking for divergence. And by divergence, let me just give you a quick rundown of the charts and then we'll get right into it. Okay, so what you're looking at is FlowTrade. The white that you see is price action. The purple line is the regular algorithm. Okay. I don't use the dark pool one. It's too, as far as this, well, I don't use the dark pool one for the stream because it takes way too much time to try to explain what's going on with it. Okay. If you see me draw any light blue lines, those are dark pool block trades. If you see me draw any red lines, those are regular block trades. Okay. If I draw a white line, that means that the dark pool and the regular block trade are so close to each other that you can't distinguish them. So I throw a white line down there and it makes everybody happy. All right, I'm going to check on my audio check. I'm really concerned about this. Okay. So over the weekend, I went through and I swear I went through 75 tickers, at least, maybe more like 100. There was just stocks all over the place. So I put out the weekend watch list. Excuse me. I put out the weekend watch list and all right, morning, Johnny. The weekend watch list, if you haven't signed up for that, you can go get a free newsletter subscription at darkpoolcharts.com and you'll get more in-depth, kind of like what I do every morning. We break down the stock, we look at potential targets and try to find some options that are going to look good for that week. Okay. Excuse me. I don't know why. There's a tickle in my throat. And, you know, normally I'll grab a bang, but I already had mine because I've been up forever. Couldn't sleep. So we're going to use some water today and see what that does. Everybody keeps telling me drink more water. We'll give it a try and see what's up. See what's up with the water. Okay. All right. So it's outside of the watch list. I've got about 8 tickers I want to get through this morning. Some of them look better than others. I haven't been able to pull them up on a chart yet. I've just looked for the divergence. Okay. So if you have requests, make sure you hit me up in the chat section below. And all that I ask for in return for all of this free morning entertainment is you hit that like button, subscribe, and go turn on notifications so that you get notified anytime I put out a new video. We're going to start doing a lot more videos, trying to get morning live stream and then a daily recap at the end of the day and forward looking into tomorrow. In that afternoon video, I really need y'all to leave comments in the comment section below about plays that you're looking at for the next day so that we can review them the next morning. Make sense? Yeah, it's a nice little rotation there. Keep things going. Okay, so first of all, I'm looking at Zoom. Zoom was a play we were into last week. It took a lot of heat, really getting over this dark pool level right at 295.98. Struggled at 300. We finally broke through it with some conviction and pulled back and closed right below it, right? They basically pinned it right around 300. So cup and handle formed in price action, right? So it's got a pretty decent looking technical setup. This algo needs to maintain this rising channel that it's formed for me to continue to be bullish on this, right? We have a massive gap that needs to be filled. Don't know if we're going to get, a $50 move out of it, but, I'll take $5. So I'm just going to mark some things up here real quick. As far as the algo is concerned, generally, I would consider this bullish, right? Since it is moving in a generalized bullish direction. However, I really need this channel to hold. So what I'd like to see happen is this algo to bounce right here off this trend line, right? And continue to move upwards. As far as price action is concerned, we've got a nice strong uptrend that has started, cup and handle breakout, as you can see here. So we have the cup, right, handle pullback, breaking above previous highs here and here, right? This little rising wedge, breakout for continued long, okay? Oh, we need, looking at zoom on the chart. So what I'm liking is this. One, we still need to pull back to the mean, right? Which is a 21 EMA, which would be like 337. VWAP is right at 330. We're trading at -3 ATR still, but it is point of control. So maybe a point of control bounce back to the mean. The daily simple moving averages are jacked right now. The 50 is above the 200, so really only time can help us get back above those. Looking at the 15-minute chart, I like that we got above the 200 SMA and we've maintained that direction. We have stacked positive moving averages. It's on top of the 21, on top of the 34. We've got the rising 50 and the 200 as support. We did have a squeeze that got released, right? Pre-market, so look for that to run for another 6 or 7 sessions. Okay. Yeah, so really taking out pre-market highs at 300. I would look for a move to 304.88, which is pre-market low from the 31st, right? That little dead cat bounce. I think they bounced off of earnings, right? So taking that out, then we've got a supply zone right above it that runs from 307 to 309.50. So the move would be taking out pre-market highs, right? Break at 300, maybe a pullback retest for a move to 305. Break and hold of 305, then we move to 310. Okay, that's what. Let's see. Maybe we're gonna look at some options for it real quick too. Let's look at the options. Oh no, sorry. One more time. So I move this boom to where my mic's right underneath me and I can't lift my left hand too much. All right, so as far as options are concerned, I'm liking these 310s, 305, 310s look pretty decent. There's a potential you could do a 300, 305, 310 fly. That might be pretty good. But since it's so early in the week, I may do the 300. You could probably do the 300, 310 vertical for about $2 or $3. So yeah, any of these look pretty decent just based on your own risk tolerance. Okay, keep that in mind. I did skip a step and I need to go back and fix that real quick because I've been working on trying to make sure that we're very consistent in our streams in the morning. So let's check out futures real quick. Okay. All right, so I've got a new tool that I'm test driving over here on my other monitor. It's a heat map, and it's kind of like Bookmap, but it's provided by Quant Tower, which is I guess a very, very, very data-rich broker or platform. So we're gonna keep an eye on that. So ES, chopping, man, this is BS, ES, right? However, we've got, looks like we're maintaining our uptrend, forming a little bit of a wedge. This is fine pre-market. I'd rather us chop pre-market or, fade a little bit, then we can get a pop and run into the, throughout the day. The YM, very similar, pulled back. Looks like we're slow. I mean, we're downtrending. However, we haven't, we've got this upward trend line. So lots of wedges forming here. I don't really want to mark up the charts too much, but just know that we are making higher lows. Higher lows. I'm not doing such a great job of making the higher highs. The same with the NQ. Looks like we sold off a little bit back down to, some of these previous previous mid levels, trying to form a uptrend here. So we'll keep an eye on that. The Russell is just in sad shape. So we fell off, pulled up, came back, and now we're consolidating, right? This is just squeezing. Gold fell off. It's been in a 2-day downtrend from 1836 down to 1812. Ugh, we're right at the yearly pivot level, right? So you got to keep an eye on that. Crude fell out. Crude fell off. I read somewhere that, oh, I didn't do the news either. Dang it. I'm slipping today. I read somewhere that there's about a 1 foot, I don't know, I guess it was like a 1 foot sized hole in one of the pipelines was just leaking out into the Gulf. That's no so bueno. That's not very bullish for me. So we may look a little bit more into crude. As far as bonds go, I read somewhere that interest is higher on the 10-year. So that's not bullish. That's bearish. Okay. And the yen is down. Yeah, I got to get the news pulled up here. Give me 1 second. 1 second to get the news pulled up. And all right, where's my chat box? I got to find a new place for this chat box. I think right there is good. Okay, so we will keep an eye on futures as we continue to go. All right, so next stock that we're looking at is Johnson & Johnson. This is, they call this a money line. I think it's just a large influx of capital to to continue on net buying. So they've been net buying since the 17th. Little bit of a pullback through the 25th through the 27th, and then a large influx of capital. So as far as the algo is concerned, steady uptrend. These are all positive things that we like to see if we're going to go long, right? The algo is moving in an uptrend, consolidating the last couple days. It's curled up. It's curled up on going into Friday. I do like that we've got nice little bull flag here that we're looking to break out of. We have some regular block trades that are going to assist us with support and resistance. Okay, those are coming in. One at 175, right? That's not computer traded at all. 173.50 is support. Breakdown below that. If we take out 172.90, then I definitely want to start. I'd start looking at the direction of this downtrend to look at some price targets. Okay, as far as to the upside, we have this previous high that we've got to take out, and then we've got this level here, right? I should have drawn. Yeah, I'll use a different color for that. Don't want to confuse people. I don't like using green for the upside, but we can, right? So taking out that previous low and then taking out this previous high, definitely two very easily attainable targets for Johnson & Johnson. All right, as far as the chart goes, what happened? All right, massive sell-off overnight. Maybe news related. I'll have to check in on that. Let me see here. Yeah, this is news related. So we fell below the 200, realized we were in the deep end, and immediately popped back up above it. I don't know if this was an algo flush, but we've got a MACD golden crossover getting ready to happen on the 15-minute chart. I'm not super thrilled about the moving averages being stacked negatively. So this is going to be a little bit tougher than I initially thought. So we're going to keep an eye on this one. As far as target levels go, we have to, what do we got here? We got to maintain that level, which is 174.25. If we can maintain that, then I think we can continue long. However, this could be a pullback for, so massive sell-off, rally to the mean, which is a 21 EMA, right? You sell into the rally. This could be a reversal point right here at the 21 for continued move to the downside. So contrarian, if we're looking to take this down, we would need to get, there is a previous demand zone right in here. So that lines up nicely with the 200. So if we break down below that, then I think we'd have to start looking at some of these previous lows at 172.50, right? 173.19. So if we break below the 200 SMA on the 15-minute chart, I'm going to go look to target 173.18 and then any of these previous lows. 172.50 and below that, this little wiki one right here too, even 172 even. So downside targets, upside targets, I don't know if we're going to get there today. We would need to break above the 50 SMA. Yeah, so yeah. We take out the 50 SMA at 174.75. Right. That's the wrong color. And there we go. Taking out that level, we can continue to go long. So looking at the daily, we're still in a nice strong uptrend. Right. 173. So we pulled back to point of control, bounced off of that. So that, sold off, rallied to the mean, little cup and handle forming on the daily, right? Looking for this this slingshot squeeze to come around in the MACD as well. We've got stacked, the 50s on top of the 200. We rejected off the 21, right? Rejected off of the mean at 175. So a break above that, then we can go test 1, 2, 3 ATR. Rejection off of that. I think we pull back and check out VWAP again. Okay. Keep an eye on J&J. It's not exactly doing what the algo looks like it's doing. Okay, moving on to RTX. How am I doing on time here? Doing pretty good on time. All right, RTX. This was brought up last week on Friday. We had bullish divergence. Looks like we sold off. So obviously there's this falling channel that we're going to need to break out of, but the algo has indicated that it has begun buying again. So I'm just going to go ahead and mark this one up, and then we'll take a little bit deeper look at it as far as price action is concerned. Sound good? Sounds good to me. So the algo is overall, right, bullish. We've got the algo looks like it's in a channel too, right? So the algo needs to break out of its rising channel, and price action needs to break out of its falling channel. Whoa, what happened? So we just had a massive sell-off, about a 5-point drop, or excuse me, massive 2-point dip on the ES. All right, I need to check the news here. Let's check out the most active news for the day. And see if anything came across. I don't know if there's any events. Were there any events today? Redbook weekly sales, like not seeing any specific news. The gold futures tumbling. I don't know if that would bring down the entire market. All right, so back where were we? Looking at RTX, I'm trying to figure out what color I want to use here. I'll use orange, I guess. So RTX looks to be in kind of a falling wedge. All right, bounced off of support, filled the gap. Yeah, we would need to break out of some of these levels here. Maybe a little early on RTX. This may be a play for later in the whoa. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on this one. So if 83 holds a support, this is okay. Well, RTX. So if we rally to the 21, we can continue to sell off. A break below 83, I think we come back down and test. We test 3 ATR at 81.65, and then the 200 SMA. We're negatively stacked moving averages, right? We could potentially take out test drive that level, and then the 200 here. Contrarian, if we can get I would need a close above 80. Shit, we need to be back up here in this demand zone. All right, really for me, a break above 84, then I'd look to go long on this one again. I mean, it's a pretty nasty move right now. So RTX, while the algo is generally bullish, I need to see it curl around and continue to pull price action up. Need to get above this. Really need to get above some of these previous highs. Come on. Right, get above that. It's gonna be a rough one. So this is a better short candidate. Rallied to the 21 for a pullback to 83. 83 might be the level that we bounce and continue long, but like I said, I'm not interested until we get above 84. So if we can get above this level here, I'd be interested in going long. If we bounce off of the 21, which is here, right, then we can continue to fade to the downside. All right, moving on to the next one. ADSK, Autodesk. I like this stock. It's got some gaps that need to be filled. I don't know if this is just an earnings sell-off, right? We do have a block trade, a dark pool level. The algo is diverged. This is good divergence here. Now with the divergence, it doesn't have to play out today. It can take 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months. There's no specific time frame set on divergences playing out. So just keep that in mind. So we've got a nice strong uptrend to consolidation, right? Need the algo to break up and out of that box. So look for that to continue to the upside. We have, looks like we've got a little bit of support here that we've been maintaining. Obviously, that's the most immediate target. We do have a dark pool level at 300 on the dot. We have a dark pool block trade right here at 300. Obviously, that's going to be a magnet for price action. So from 288 to 300, it's going to interact with this. It may reject. If it breaks through it, we're going to look for a pullback for it to try to support, right? ADSK. I don't know if that was earnings. All right, so generalized downtrend, trading at -3 ATR, below the 200 SMA. I'm looking for a rally to the mean, right? Or even a rally back into some positive SMAs. Let's see. So far overnight, looks good. We had a squeeze fire off. We have stacked positive moving averages on the 15-minute chart. We're looking for a rally to the 21 at 303.50, but 300 is the psychological level. Remember, there's that dark pool level there, so we got to keep an eye on that, right? Got to keep an eye on that 300 level, which is previous lows, but that's a $10 move. If we were to take out Friday's high, right, 293.10, then I definitely look to go long. So from 293 to 300, there's a $7 move. Definitely opportunity to make a little bit of money there. Okay. All right. Let me check in on the chat real quick, and then let's do some requests. Okay. AMD, Apple, Sony, and AG. All right. AMD was on my, it was not on my list. AMD, Apple, Sony, and AG. I've never heard of AG. All right. From an algo perspective, the algo is trading with price action on AMD, right? We've got some pretty decent levels here. Yeah, so I'm gonna go check. I want to show you what I was talking about with futures real quick. Sorry, I'll be right back to the AMD request. Right, so on ES, remember I was talking about it could be just a rally to the 21. Laggy McLag a lot. I can't do lag today. We're not doing lag today. Sorry, I will use a different chart to show you what I'm talking about. Okay. All right, so the ES, we sold off, right? We rallied back to the 21, and then we're going to continue to sell off. So selling into the run up. So this is basically a bull trap. You got head faked. I think we're going to continue to sell off. We may come back down and test, start taking out some of these previous lows. Yeah, it's looking good for a fade down to 45.30. Right, 45.30 is my futures level. Okay. We did ADSK. We're looking at AMD. All right, so AMD Algo's trading with price action. We have some block trades that are providing some support and resistance. I'm gonna go ahead and mark those up for you. We have a dark pool level at 110.95 that came in on the first. That's your immediate overhead resistance, right? Below that, we've got a cluster of regular block trades coming in at 110.25.30, right? Get above that, and then as far as support goes, 108.92 for regular block trade levels, targeting 112.60, and resistance coming in at 111.32. Come on, 111.32. All right, see how the algo is trading with price action, right? It's failing to make higher highs, so there may be a little bit of a reverse here. And let me show you. So we made higher lows. We're making higher highs, right? So it'd be interesting to see if the algo curls back up at this level for continued move to the upside. As far as price action goes, just looking at this chart, looks like we've got, so this was a nice strong up, whoa, that's a circle. We don't want a circle, we want a line. There we go. Nice strong uptrend, right? Failed breakdown through support. We got caught by a block trade level, rallied back through it, got smacked by this dark pool level, sold off back to support. So we've tested support once, twice. You know, is this the new uptrend? We will see. If price action holds at this level and continues to move up, then it's just going to squeeze itself to pop out one side or the other. Okay. As far as AMD, this is, I like AMD. Made some pretty decent money on it on Friday. All right, we are currently in what is this, a fib level? So we're currently consolidating on previous highs, right? Which is also, see if you can see it. So I did a Fibonacci extension from this low at 104 to the run at 109, right? We pulled back to a 50% retracement, and then we rallied to the 1.618. So I need to throw a new fib line on here. However, we are right at previous highs support, okay? Previous high support, and why is it doing this? Yo. Thank you. All right. Consolidating there. Stack positive moving averages. We're above VWAP. So 821.34 on top of the 50, on top of the 200 SMA. I don't know if you can, I guess that's a better look at it, right? So this is a moving average spaghetti sandwich. Look at this massive squeeze that's been forming on the 15-minute. Waiting for that to release. When that releases, there's a lot of momentum that's been stored up here. So I'm looking for that to release to the long side because of the stack positive moving averages. Okay. If I were to, excuse me, if I were to give some levels, I'd have to go from this little Wixie peak down to the little Wixie low, right? That just shows that we're consolidating between the 50% retracement and the 618. Taking out previous highs at 110, then I think that we have an opportunity to move all the way up here, and looks like some good symmetry is happening, right? At 111.81, right? Above that, we've got 113 and finally 114, right? So I'm liking this AMD play. I want to go ahead and throw that on my watch list for the day. And I'm just gonna have to make a note of it. All right, so moving on. Okay. The next request was for Sony. Okay, so Sony, wow, look how gappy that is. Ugh. I bet you those options are not very liquid. All right, as far as Sony is concerned, a nice strong bullish uptrend. Algo's trading with price action. It's been net buying since the 17th, right? There's really no reason for me to believe that this uptrend is going to stop anytime soon. Algos are making higher highs and higher lows. Price action is following in suit with it. Doesn't look like it's super. Some of those gaps have been filled. I was going to say that it doesn't look like it respects the all gaps must be filled mentality. Yeah, this is just nice. This is a momentum play. Strictly momentum. Stack positive moving averages, 821.34. 50 on top of the 200. We have VWAP at 107.81, excuse me, 107.83. That's your support. Could possibly pull back to the 21 at 108.07 for a continued move to the upside. As far as that upside is concerned, let's see if I can give you a target. $109.25. Yeah, it's just moving in pre-market as well. So the way I would play this is squeeze just released overnight, right? So you've got about 8 to 10 periods, 8 to 10, 15-minute periods of the squeeze being released, right? Just had a MACD crossover, right? So these are all very positive. We are a little extended, right? But I would let that squeeze momentum just continue to pull us up. I wouldn't try to go too crazy on it. Maybe target 110. So what I'm expecting at the open would be a quick pop, pull back to approximately this level, or maybe even the 21, and then a continued run throughout the day. Okay, that's Sony. I'm going to throw that one up just because I like the chart setup. And how are we doing on time here? Ooh, we're doing all right. Doing all right. Okay. All right, AG. I'm not sure what AG is. AG. The algo is, it's trading with price action, but it's bearish, so possible gap fill back down to like 12-ish. I can't really. So I'm gonna keep going. Let's see, what do we got here? All right, so from my list, Micron, right? BBY, Roblox, and McDonald's. All right, last couple ones, and I got to run. So here's another couple stocks that have bullish divergence. Micron price action is being range bound within these block trade levels. However, we have a little bit of bullish divergence that could potentially pull us up and through. Anything like a squeeze releasing or any sort of news coming through, and that could be enough of a catalyst to really get us up above this white level of block trade. So this is a good example of when there's a dark pool and a regular block trade that come in at the same level that I can't show you. There's enough to distinguish between it. That's at the 74, maybe 20-ish level, right? And then we have another one right here at 73.70. So there's your support resistance, right? If we take out this regular block trade level at 74.25 or 27, I would definitely look to get long on Micron because the algo is making higher lows and higher highs, right? We've been continuously making higher lows, higher highs with price action. We got that regular block trade that's just smacking us. So Micron, break it to 74.25 for long. Short, like really, right? We'd have to come out and take out at 73.21. Support at 73.70. Okay, so that's Micron. BBY, I think that's Best Buy. So we're starting to get into Best Buy's busy season. The Algo is kind of trading with price action, but it is a little bit more bullish than it appears, right? We just filled the block. Well, we got to come down a little bit more to fill the gap, right? But once that gap is filled, then I think we can continue to move to the upside. So keep an eye on it. I'm looking for the algo to break out of that little falling wedge. We do have that gap that has to be filled, that's supposed to be filled down to here. So this may be a little early on this one, but I'm looking for a bounce off of this level here for a reverse. Okay. Roblox is the next one. I like Roblox. I think it's starting to do a better job of being more consistent with its movement, right? The algo is essentially consolidating and trading with price action, right? We got a little bit of bullish divergence towards the end of the week last week, right there. See, however, we need to take out some of these block trade levels that are providing support and resistance right now. The ones at 82.90-isk level, right? Basically, that's our support. Got an immediate target at 88. So we're targeting 88 on a break above. So cup and handle breakout as far as chart patterns is concerned, or candlestick patterns are concerned. All right, so we've got a little bit of that, a little wedge breakout. All good things on Roblox. All right, so overnight, sold off, pop, lop, and drop it. Stack positive moving averages. Looking for this 50-200 crossover squeeze. Okay, what's happening is the 50 and the 200 are squeezing, and it's going to pop price action out. We're just range trading in between fib levels at 82.75 up to 83.91, right? So a break above that range, either side, and definitely interested in going long. And my fib level might be off a little bit. All right, so create an alert, breakthrough, touch, right? Bounce. Sensitivity is pretty decent. Right, note would be Roblox long. We'll give this a couple days, right? Possibly to the end of the end of the week, and then I'm going to create one here for a failure, right? We break through, we touch it, right? I'm going to turn the sensitivity down on that one, and that's give this one a couple days as well. Alrighty. All right, well, there we go. Last one I wanted to look at was McDonald's. Price action is just trading with the algorithm. It's pretty much in a nice steady uptrend. This would be a purely price action play. I have never traded McDonald's, so I don't know if this is a decent move, but I don't like how it has a tendency to gap down, gap down, gap down. Could be inverted head and shoulders. All right, Algo is slightly net buying, so I'm not super thrilled on McDonald's. All right, just kind of gradual net buying. No real like this. Like that's not an uptrend. Like it's just pretty ugly to me. So if the algo can curl up and make a massive break, then I'd like to go long on McDonald's. However, not super thrilled on it. Checking back in on futures for one last time. So we pulled back to opening range low, rallied to the mean, and we're continuing to sell off. Looks like across the board, right? Support levels. Yeah, this may be a red day. Gold's down, the yen's down, bonds are down, crude's down, ES is down, YM is down. Like everything is down except for the Russell, and the Russell is just forming a pony. So that's consolidation. So there's going to be some sector rotation someplace. I'm not exactly sure where it is, but we will be nimble. We will be quick. Last one, and then I've got to run PLTR. I'm looking at getting into some PLTR for possibly the long term. I've read a lot and seen a lot of information around how it likes to get rejected at this level, this 2750 level. Algo is trading with price action. We do have some dark pool levels that are providing support coming in at 2659. Right, there's quite a few block trades at that level. Quite a few dark level block trades. Right, just this whole little grid. So we've got additional support, which is different from the last time that we hit this level. Right, the algo, like this is a really ugly uptrend. Right, it's ugly. Keeping an eye though on this algo. Looks like it's trying to do an overhead. Oh my gosh, grab the right tool, dude. There we go. Right. If we break above this level here, I think the algo can pull price action to the upside. All right, so we're just continuing to sell off as far as futures are concerned. I like 43 or 45.30. 45.30 and a half as support, right? There's a demand zone right there. That's pretty significant. There's already a bunch of orders just sitting there waiting to get snatched up. Okay, that's it. Thanks for joining me once again. My name is Dark Pool. Oh, MA just had news. It was on my list. I should have been longer. What do we got here? Let's see if the algo knew about it. Did the algo knew that they was going to have news? Look at this shit. Look at that. Yes, the algo knows what's up. Okay. I may play some reaction off a MasterCard today. It was on my watch list if you watched it. I like this stock. I like this stock a lot. There's lots of upward potential. We are at this demand zone, triple bottom demand zone. Let's go. Rally to the 347. Okay. Long on the break at 343.38, rally to 346 for profit, 347.25. First target, second target is 352. Okay, got to run. Thanks for joining me. My name is Dark Pool Algo. I am here every morning, an hour before the open, bringing you all this fresh, exciting content. I like the new stream setup. I got a new camera, got some lighting. Things are looking better. I'm getting a lot more positive responses from the comments, right? Yeah, that's it. Thank you. See you tomorrow. Look for the video tonight. If I put it out, all I ask in return, leave some plays in the comment section below. Let's source that information as a community, and everybody stay safe, stay green, and I have to say it, cash is a position. This is a tough market to trade in. Typically, we're bullish coming off a holiday. Looking from what I see at futures, maybe not so much. So cash is position. Don't FOMO that you haven't traded for 3 days, that you have to do something.